you to.
Let everybody in then, shall I?
Yep. I think I'll be able to make her a co-host as well, actually. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon, good evening. There's a lot of feedback.
Good evening, Miss Beth.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, Beth.
Hi. Beth,
Hello,
I think you'll have to
welcome.
do the co-host. I can't do it.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hi, Beth.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Not bad.
Lovely to see you.
Hi, I like your hair, Beth.
Oh, thank you. Curly today.
Yes.
I thought I'd try something different. Okay, while we're waiting for other people to arrive, here's a task for you to have a think about. So, link to the topic from Unit 7. Well, that's better. No feedback anymore. Link to the topic from Unit 7. Which of these things do you prefer reading and why? So have a think about it just by yourself for a few moments. Okay, Sri, don't worry. Yeah, I think I was getting a lot of feedback when I was talking before, but it seems better now that we've turned the microphones off.
Yeah. If you could keep your microphones off as well as you're speaking, makes it easier. We can hear. We're not hearing ourselves then. The feedback.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so when you're ready, if you'd like to share, thank you, Amin, you read my mind, share in the chat box which type of reading material you like best. And yeah, if you can, why? So Dwi says she likes novels because they can be amusing. All right, good. What about everybody else? So Amin, you like science fiction. Why do you like science fiction? Try to give us some reasons in the chat box if you can. You have more people arriving.
Yeah.
So Alfie likes short stories.
Yeah.
Likes novels as well. Okay. Anybody else? Short stories. Short stories are popular. Yeah, absolutely. So it seems that people generally seem to prefer fiction rather than non-fiction this afternoon. Okay.
Yeah, good point, Sri.
Yeah, absolutely, Sri. Good.
Okay.
Amin likes biographies.
Mm.
And poetry. Okay. So lots of variety there. So we're going to carry on thinking about this topic of storytelling that you've been looking at in Unit 7 during today's session. So Nick's going to tell us about the aims for today.
Some more people waiting. Great. Loads of people here today. Brilliant. Okay. So this is what we're doing today. We're going to, well, we've already just done it, reflected on different things we can read. I guess this links back to work we've done on extensive reading and trying to promote any form of reading that our learners enjoy doing. So, you know, there's no wrong or right thing to read. It should just be something that you like reading. I mean, some people don't like reading any kind of books and just prefer newspapers and magazines or internet pages. Web pages, doesn't matter as long as we read. So that's just a bit of reflection on things we can read. But the main points or the main things we're going to do today is this, to experience a dictation exercise as a learner. So we didn't ask you to prepare anything for this session. So you might have been wondering, oh, what are we going to be doing today? But we're going to be experiencing a dictation. I'm sure some of you have done dictations before. If not, you'll experience one as a learner. So the next aim is then to review narrative tenses very briefly, because we know that you've done quite a lot of work on that in the latest unit, in Unit 7, but just a little bit of a review. So some link to the synchronous work, asynchronous work that you've been doing. And then finally, the final point, the final aim is to reflect on your community of practice. We'll do this briefly towards the end. Obviously, this is something that some of your groups have been setting up over this week or so. I know some groups have done quite a lot already. Others haven't quite started, but that doesn't matter. But obviously something to think about, because, you know, there's only 10 more days of the course left, and we want you to try and get as much as you can from the course before it finishes, and obviously use us as much as you can. Okay.
All right, so let's make a start then. So you're going to listen to Nick reading a news story in a few minutes, but before we listen, I want you to try and guess what you think happened. So we've got some pictures that might help you to make some guesses here. So we can see a toddler and his older brother. So if this little boy here is a toddler, how old do you think he is about? Oh, Sri's guessing already. What about the little boy, the toddler? How old do we think? Maybe 4. Yeah, Sophia, maybe a little bit younger. Toddler usually around 2, I think, when they're just learning how to walk. Yeah. Okay, a cigarette lighter, and then we've got a picture of some doctors. So take a few moments to think about it, and then share your guesses in the chat box. So Mum thinks it might be something connected with a fire. Okay, so that's a good start. What about other people? What might this news story be about? Muddy says accidents. Yep. Yeah, Alfie, I think that the older brother looks, yeah, maybe around 10, 9 or 10. And the younger brother, yeah, about 2. Good.
Good ideas.
So some ideas about, yeah, burning. Who do you think might have got burnt? Okay, Mum. So maybe they played with the cigarette lighter for fun. The toddler takes care of his brother. Or maybe, remember, Amin, that the toddler is the little boy, is the younger brother. So maybe the older brother takes care of the younger one. Could be the other way around.
Very precocious younger brother.
Okay, so lots of guesses coming through now. I'll just give you another moment.
About the
Are you
doctors,
ready?
I don't think anyone's mentioned anything about doctors.
Oh, go for a picnic, Nina. Maybe. Yeah, as Nick said, think about the doctors as well. What could this picture tell us?
Any more ideas? Okay. Ninung, yep.
Ninung, they played with the lighter and hurt themselves. Sophia, same idea. Played with fire. Accidents, yeah. That's interesting, Sri. The father put the cigarette lighter somewhere, the toddler played with it, and then a fire started. Wow, lots of ideas here. The big boy burnt the little brother's hand.
Oh,
right. Oops,
poor
sorry.
little boy.
So have we got a summary of some of those ideas?
Yeah,
Nick?
just bear with me while I copy these. Yeah, I'll just put these in here.
Okay, so I mean, you changed your mind. Maybe the older brother takes care of the younger brother. Okay. So there's not an accident, but
Hopefully-
have to go
hopefully
to
you can see
hospital.
those.
Okay.
There.
Brilliant. All right, so we've got loads of ideas here. So let's listen to the story now and find out what really happened. See whether your guesses, your predictions were right or wrong.
Okay, everybody. So here's the story. Doctors praised a 9-year-old boy for saving his younger brother from a house fire. The older brother said he was reading a book when he heard a scream and ran into the kitchen. The younger boy had been playing with a cigarette lighter and had started a fire. The older boy dragged his brother to safety and put out the fire. The younger boy's burns were not serious. Okay, that's the story.
All right. So let's just think for a moment and then we'll check your guesses. So who started the fire? Tell me in the chat box. Oh, Dahlia can't hear.
Okay, I don't know. Everyone else can hear me, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so the toddler, the younger brother, started the fire, didn't he? Okay, good. So who saved him?
Yeah. The older brother, yeah.
Absolutely. So the younger brother started the fire, the older brother saved him. But was it serious? Were his injuries serious or not? Muddy thinks not so serious.
Not serious.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good. So were your guesses pretty much right? Were any of these guesses wrong, let's say?
Don't think there was a picnic, although that sounds quite nice, actually. I'd like to go on a picnic.
Okay, so maybe not picnic. The others? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Did the big boy burn the little brother's hand?
No.
No, not so sure about this one. But it was a good guess. Okay.
Yes,
All
and
right.
Dahlia said about smoking. Yeah, I don't think there was any smoking. But we hope not anyway. I hope the toddler and either brother was smoking. Yeah, Sri's comment there. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah, well done. Okay, so Nick, sorry.
Yeah, so I'm going to, so make sure that you've got a pen and paper in front of you or a pencil and paper, something like that, so you can write with. And I'm going to read the story again. And as I read, I want you to write down as much as you can. So if you can, write down every word that I say. Okay, as I read. Some people said they can't hear me. Apologies for that. I'll try and speak as clearly and loudly as possible. But so I want you to just write down everything I say. And please turn off your microphone because so there's no feedback and so that everybody can hear. Nina, can you write on some paper? So make sure you have pen and paper and that you write on that as you're listening. Okay.
Yeah.
Sri, excellent. Okay, so let's get
Pulpen
started.
sama kertas ya.
Okay. Doctors praised a 9-year-old boy for saving his younger brother from a house fire. The older brother said he was reading a book when he heard a scream and ran into the kitchen. The younger boy had been playing with a cigarette lighter and had started a fire. The older boy dragged his brother to safety and put out the fire. The younger boy's burns were not serious. Okay. What do you think, Beth? Do you think I should read it again?
Yeah, I think once more.
Yeah,
Would be
Sri's nodding.
kind.
Okay, so don't type anything in the chat box. Somebody put the answer. Yeah, don't put anything in the chat box. Don't put any ideas. And don't worry if you have, no problem, but don't put any ideas. Give a signal. Okay, I'll count down to three. I'll go 1, 2, 3, then I'll start. Yeah, I can't do anything about the rain, ma'am. Okay, so get ready and I'll read it again. 1, 2, 3. Doctors praised a 9-year-old boy for saving his younger brother from a house fire. The older brother said he was reading a book when he heard a scream and ran into the kitchen. The younger boy had been playing with a cigarette lighter and had started a fire. The older boy dragged his brother to safety and put out the fire. The younger boy's burns were not serious.
I can see lots of people nodding, so that's a positive sign. Great. Okay.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to put a link in the chat box. It's to a Google document. So can you please open that Google document? I've put it in the chat box. I think that the editing rights are okay. Yep, I can see people coming on. So click on the link in the chat box. It's a link to a document. Yeah, people are coming on it. Now, in a moment, Beth, oh, don't put any ideas in the chat box. No ideas in the chat box. So in a moment, Beth's going to put you into breakout rooms. And if you're in breakout room 1, click on group 1. If you're in breakout room 2, click on group 2, etc. Okay. And in your breakout room, one of you or all of you is a good idea. If one person needs to write up the story word for word. Okay. Please don't look at each other's groups and do not write on that first page. Click on your group and it should take you to the right group. So we're going to give you, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes. We'll see how we get on. And the aim of the task is for you to rewrite the story. Don't put ideas in the chat box. Don't put ideas in the chat box because you're telling everybody we don't want to know. You're going to reconstruct the story.
Other people, close your eyes. Don't look at the chat box.
Don't put ideas in the chat box.
Right. I'm going to move you into breakout rooms then. So there'll be 4
Okay,
groups.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, off we go.
Okay, I think people are moving in.
Yep, great.
And Rachel, if you're still here, feel free to move into any of the rooms. I forgot to introduce you. She's gone.
I think she's in there.
Yeah, Rachel's moved to room 1.
She should be able to move around.
I told her that.
Okay. Right. Everybody's gone then.
Yeah. Great.
Right, so I'll do 1 and 2 again.
Okay. I will see how they get on. Maybe 5 minutes or so. Just let me know.
Okay.
Wow, you started already in this group. You can work together. You should work together.
Hello.
Hello, Dede. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. And Jess.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Mr.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Let's discuss. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's discuss about the story that told what is it? The old brother and the young brother. Okay.
I think somebody in group 4 started writing already.
Okay. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Argus and Argus. Okay.
Yeah, you should work together to try to reconstruct the text. You can speak.
Mr. Agus.
Oh, Mr. Argus, sorry. Mr. Argus.
Mrs.
Oh, Mrs. Agus, sorry.
Miss-
Sorry, Mrs. Agus.
This is
Yes.
Mr. Arjus.
Oh, Mr. Argus. I don't know Mr. Argus, but
Or
I
Mrs.
think we can start to discuss about the short story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a younger boy
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
reconstruct it
and
in your group.
And
the little boy.
yeah.
And older brother. A big brother.
Big brother. The younger brother. The young boy plays
The young boy plays
played
fire.
cigarette, I think.
Oh yes,
uh,
cigarette. Yes.
Cigarette. And then
Mm,
and then in the kitchen, then maybe
kebakaran apa sih kebakaran?
the burn.
The burn. The burn of
Yeah.
house.
Then there was a house fire. The little bird hurt, and then
The last, I hear the last something like this. The younger brother burned but not serious.
Oh yes, not pain, yeah.
Yeah,
I hear
Burns, but
not pain, but burn.
not
Yes.
serious.
Wow,
Get
brilliant.
the last
Cut burn.
the last
younger
point.
brother got burn, but not serious.
Yes. The
Okay,
younger
maybe
brother
want to.
burn. I have to
Okay.
delete it. Okay, Pak Mudi.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay, it's okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay, like that.
Get burn.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, what about the first sentences? Doctor pressed the young teacher for saving
Yes, that's
the
saving. I don't know.
blah blah blah. I don't know.
Yes.
Saving the younger brother or what? Maybe
The younger
we
boy
come-
play a cigarette
Yeah.
lighter in the kitchen. There was a house fire. The little boy heard, and
the
big
younger
brother
brother.
came
Yeah.
to
Then there was a house
Okay,
fire.
I just heard this sentence. So that's why I put the older brother reading a book. and
Maybe
scream and
then
run.
he hear scream, yeah, something like that.
Oh, baik. Mungkin the younger brother. Berarti ini kan the first sentence, the younger boy was reading a book. Then he heard a scream and running into the kitchen. Kemudian, and then mungkin ini terus, ini
Wow.
siapa gitu bermain cigarette in the lighter, terus apa ya tadi? Nggak tahu lagi.
I have no idea.
This is the first.
Very close. Good.
First sentence. This is the first sentence, maybe, yeah. Okay.
Could we hear it again once more?
We will hear it again. We'll go back to the main room in a few minutes and hear it again, and then come back and finish it.
The younger.
It's very
Yes.
fast.
Yes.
It's supposed to be.
No, the first sentence I think is the doctor prays. The first
But the doctor
sentence, I'm
prays.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure that the first
Okay, okay.
sentence that Nick said
Yes,
is
yes,
doctor prays the young children.
yes.
Blah 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 blah, like
Yes.
something like that.
That's correct, Pak Mudi. Yeah, that's correct. The doc
Good. Okay, in the story, told about
Younger boy
about
and
there was
big
there
brother
were
and
a toddler. What is it? The toddler? Okay, a big brother, the old brother. Okay, an old brother.
and younger brother.
Yes, and a young brother. Brother. Okay.
They play.
The young brother. I think the young brother is under 9th grade, and the big brother is 9, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know that.
I think so.
Maybe.
Hello.
Okay, I think.
We're going to listen again in about 2 minutes.
Okay. The young brother.
Yeah.
Yes. Last 9 years old, and then
Oh, brother.
okay, wait, the younger brother, okay, was less 10 years old, and then the toddler, or the old
brother.
yes, and the older was reading a book or newspaper. Wait,
Book. I think the older.
reading
Yes. Reading books.
reading a book. Then the young brother
Play.
played a cigarette, right?
Yes. He hurt himself.
Wait. Okay, wait. A cigarette in the kitchen? Or
Yes. In the kitchen.
in the kitchen. Okay. In the kitchen.
Okay.
Wait, aduh. In
You've
the
got about
kitchen.
20 seconds.
Wait. Aduh.
Back in the main room.
Yeah, nobody else is.
They're getting on with it really well, I think, because we read it twice.
Yeah.
Really well.
But I think, yeah, one more listen and then fill in any gaps and check with each other.
Brilliant. Oh.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
Yes, come back again the main room.
Back in the main room. I'm just going to turn your microphones off while we're here.
Okay. Oh my God, it's very smooth.
Okay, I think everyone's back. Is everyone back? I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, everyone's back.
So it looks like you made a really good start there. Just one thing before we listen again. If this is a news story, should you be using present, past, or future tenses, do you think? Okay, good.
Past continuous.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, past simple, maybe past continuous. So think about the narrative tenses that we covered in Unit 7. Okay,
Yeah.
but certainly talking about the past. Okay. So
Right. Yep. So I'm going to read it again, but only one more time. So you need to listen carefully. So make sure your microphone's off. So I'm going to read again. Obviously, for you to fill in any gaps, maybe add some extra information. So I'll count down to 3 and then read again. So make sure you're ready. 1, 2, 3. Doctors praised a 9-year-old boy for saving his younger brother from a house fire. The older brother said he was reading a book when he heard a scream and ran into the kitchen. The younger boy had been playing with a cigarette lighter and had started a fire. The older boy dragged his brother to safety and put out the fire. The younger boy's burns were not serious. Okay, so hopefully you should be able to complete the text. So Beth's going to put you back again into your breakout rooms and working again with the same people, try to complete it, add any missing words, etc. Obviously focus on the grammar as well. So you might not have heard everything correctly, but using your knowledge of language, of English grammar, see if you can reconstruct it. I think this time probably about 5 minutes. Yeah, Beth?
yeah. All right, back into the rooms then.
Brilliant. Hi, everybody.
Okay. Hi.
So you got a few minutes to see if you can finish it.
Yes.
Right again, Mrs.
Yes.
Dede.
Oh, start from first.
Tadi cuma nangkepnya ini aja. Yang brother were not serious. Itu yang
Yeah.
terakhir, the last sentences.
Yeah. Put out the fire. Wait. The fire. And then brother. Wait. Brother. Burned. Not
Were not serious.
Start from the first. Wait. Okay. Then wait. The told. There's a reading and the toddler played. Where is this? They played a cigarette in the kitchen. Oh, you mean? Wait. There's reading a book and heard screaming in the kitchen. The young brother. Oh my God.
Were not.
Wait. Brother, his hand or wait. In the kitchen. And screamed. You heard it scream. There is a something. So the plate in the kitchen. played the cigarette in the kitchen and was a fire.
Maybe we can add from the fire and save him.
Yeah.
Save
Save
him.
him.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe.
You've done really well. Really impressive. Check the grammar as well.
I don't think it's our prediction. again.
Yeah. We play a
Because
prediction.
we have so much noise here because of rain. Maybe
Okay.
Oh, is it
UK,
rainy
it's
season?
rain hard
Yeah.
here. What about in your country?
It's not raining here. Very clear.
Maybe we can see about the grammar.
Yeah, check
Yes.
the grammar. Check
Grammar.
all things like
Grammar, okay.
articles,
Check the grammar.
tenses, prepositions. These are kind of these small problems that I think may make it ungrammatical.
Okay.
The older boy. The older boy pulled out his brother.
Surprised the 9-year-old boy for saving his younger brother. The older boy was reading a book. Screamnya nggak screaming deh, screamed. Scream tuh pakai T ya, scream. Apa?
Scream. No. I think scream.
Scream. And running
Oh,
into
Yeah,
the
scream.
kitchen. Ya,
And
karena
run.
screaming kan berteriak kan nggak mungkin it's not a progress verb.
yes.
It seems like yeah.
Run. Okay, run into the kitchen. Run apa run? Run into the kitchen. Run kalau verb 2 kan run.
Run.
Run. Run into the
Run.
Yeah.
R-A.
It's verb 2. Yes. The
Mudi, yeah.
verb 2
kitchen.
is
Yeah. Run into the kitchen.
Run.
run.
Run,
Run.
ran, run.
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 Yeah, run. Yeah, run.
R-A-N. I think. The verb 2 is R-A-N. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, let's complete. Like that? Oh no.
That's all.
Okay,
Maybe
that's all, Ibu.
It's our
That's
I'm not too
last
confident.
keyboard.
it is our halus.
Our last keyboard.
Good.
I'm not too confident with the story.
I'm a
I think
little
you've done
bit
well.
confident.
It's good.
I think there is something missing here after the word hospital, I think.
Yeah.
I think
Brothers. Okay, and then old brothers. Yes. And then brother.
Because the younger was playing cigarettes, or is it correct?
Because the younger played. Yes, played
Playing,
a cigarette.
and then a fire came and right.
And a fire came.
After that,
okay.
After that, the 9-year-old put the younger for safety to the doctor, right?
And then the nine. Sorry.
The younger.
Okay.
The younger was saved because of the doctor comes at the time, right? Not serious illness, I think, yes.
Because the doctor came on time.
Yes, came on time. And saved the younger boy.
And saved the younger boy. Okay.
Two
And
more
then-
minutes.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
And then
How about you, Miss Dede? What do you think? Do you have any idea here?
yes, I think the
Yes.
young brother. What
I'm
is it?
sorry.
What about the young brother played with a cigarette in the kitchen and it was house fire? And the old daughter was reading a book and heard screaming in the kitchen. What about this?
Yes, I missed about the reading a book. Is it a younger?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Who do you think's
Wait,
reading a
wait.
book, the older or the younger? Because he's very young, isn't he? Maybe he's too young to read books. I don't know. Picture book. I don't know.
Yes.
But I'm writing in a group 5. Okay, because
Dede. Never mind.
4,
Yep.
because in group the someone is writing.
Oh, someone's writing in group 4.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I don't know who it is because I don't know who's writing. We just, all of you,
Okay.
I don't know who is who. I can see who's writing, but you're
Okay.
given the name of an animal. So I can
Yes.
see in group 5, I can see anonymous bat. There's a anonymous bat is writing. So I don't know
Okay.
who you are.
Okay. And Miss Delia, what about that? Wait.
Sorry?
What
I think
about
we're
the
finished.
other? Oh.
I think we're finishing.
Oh,
Time
yes,
is,
I
yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, you've done really well. Really impressed. Brilliant.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Ah.
Excellent. Wow. It's really impressive. Really impressive.
Oh, Nora's just arriving. Hello, everybody. Oops, welcome back.
Yeah, once again, we've not quite had enough time, and you seem to be getting really into it, checking checking your ideas, and let me just make sure you're just muted because I get a little bit of feedback there. If you could just mute.
Yeah, I think it's the same problem we have every week. There's just not quite enough time to do everything that we want to do in these live sessions. But well done. It was really good to hear those discussions that you were having and working together to try to reconstruct the text.
Yeah.
And then I also heard some of you talking about how you have used or how you could use these sorts of activities with your students as well, which was really good to hear.
And at this stage, we'd ask you to look at each other's and compare yours with other groups, but just because of the time, we're not really going to have time to do that. So, something to consider if you're going to do this with your groups. Once each group's done it, then they can compare in groups before you show them the answers.
Yeah, exactly. But we've not got time for this, unfortunately, right now. But you will have access to the Google document after the session and in the future as well. So if you want to go and have a look at what other groups put, then you can do that later.
Yeah.
For now, though, this is the correct version. This is the version that
somebody was laughing
to you before. So have a look now and compare this with what you put in your group. And this is a good opportunity for you to really notice any particular problems that you might have had with the language, anything that you forgot, anything that you used inaccurately, and so on.
I've also put it onto the Google Doc. So there's another copy there.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so again, afterwards you can go and have a look. Don't know what the problem is, Sri. Are you okay? All right, so just a few things that I wanted to point out here then. So first of all, this verb to praise. So doctors praised a 9-year-old boy. So if you praise somebody, do you say something positive or something negative about them?
Positive.
Positive, yeah, so it's a good thing. Okay, and what tense have we got here?
Past tense.
Positive past tense.
Past tense.
Yeah, so just the past simple here, isn't it? can hear myself in my ears now. That's scary.
Yes.
Okay. And then if we move down to where it says ran, he heard a scream and ran into the kitchen. Again, we've got the past simple here, haven't we? So what's the base form of this? What would be this verb in the present?
Run.
Okay. Yeah, so run,
Scream.
ran in the past
Run, ran,
simple,
run.
and the past participle. Run, ran,
Run.
run. Okay.
Run, run, run.
Run,
Run.
ran, run.
Run.
Okay, good. And let's also think about burns. So the last line, the younger boy's burns were not serious. What type of word is burns here? Again? Is it a verb? Is it a noun? Adjective? Younger boy's burns. Okay.
The boys burn.
So here, burns is a noun. Yeah, because
Somebody
we've
put
got the verb good. We've got the verb were, to be, in the past here. Good. But of course, we can use it as a verb, can't we? And if we use it as a verb, burn, what's the past simple?
Burned.
Very good. And the
Burned.
past participle?
Burned.
Excellent. Yeah, people are putting this in the chat box too. So that's something else to remember. Good. And then just another language point that we've looked at during the course. So, where are we? He started, the younger boy had been playing with a cigarette lighter and had started a fire. A fire. Got that one? Yeah. Okay. So why do we have a fire here? Why the indefinite article? Okay, so Amin, maybe not Jen. Do we know about this fire already at this point? Or is this the first time we've known about the fire? It's a noun, Cynthia, yeah. Okay, let's look at the next time we talk about the fire. What do you notice here? And puts out. You got it, Nick?
Yeah, sorry.
The fire. So the first time, a fire. Yeah, it's the first time it's mentioned, but the second time we know which fire we're talking about. It then becomes specific, so it's the fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same in the first line
Mentioned
as well.
before. Yeah.
We've got a 9-year-old boy. I noticed a few of you put the 9-year-old boy.
Yeah.
It's the same rule there
Exactly.
as well.
Excellent. Okay, good. So just a few things that we noticed here.
Yeah.
Oops, we need to clear the annotation.
Yeah, done it.
Okay, good. So the next question is about the narrative tenses. So we talked about some past simple verb forms here. What other narrative tenses can you see? Tell us in the chat box, or you can use your microphone.
He was reading a book.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sri,
he
past
was reading a
past
book.
tense, past continuous. Yeah.
Good.
I mean,
The young
Moody.
boy had been playing with a cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
Absolutely, ma'am. Well done.
Fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Desi too. Yeah. Overall, past tenses, narrative tenses, we could call them, because it's a narrative. It's a story that takes place in the past.
Okay, so here, just to show you, you've mentioned all of them, I think, and you've given us lots of examples, but you can see them highlighted in the different colors here for your reference. And you'll be able to go back and look at these slides again after the session.
Yeah. Obviously, you've spent quite a lot of time looking at narrative tenses in this week's unit, so I'm sure you've got some idea of how they're used. Just a couple of questions, if I can just turn my annotation on. So we've got here had started, what and had. So we've got past perfect continuous, past perfect simple. Why have we used past perfect tenses here?
Let's start it.
Why not just past simple? Or I can ask you, when did the fire start?
When did the fire start?
Before the scream or after the scream?
Before the scream.
Yeah.
Before the
Yeah.
scream.
And the playing, so the brother had been playing. Was he playing before the scream or after?
Before the scream.
Before, yeah.
Before the scream.
Good. So we know we use this had to show something happened before another action in the past. Okay, excellent.
Okay, and here's just a reminder for you here. So what about A? Which forms do we use to describe the main event in the story? Which form do we have the most examples of here? The main event.
The younger boy had playing with a secret lighter. The main event. The younger boy had playing with a secret lighter.
But what about if we try to match? Yeah, if we try to match one of these tenses with the different uses. So which ones do we use for the main events?
Maybe in the past tense.
Past.
Past simple, past continuous. You just said that the perfect are to talk about events before the main events, yeah? So the main events would be the past simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about actions in progress at the time of the main events?
Past continuous.
Okay, good. Yeah, exactly. And then we just talked about C and D. Okay. So again, you've got the answers here to refer back to next time. Okay, we're quickly running out of time, and apologies that we've gone a little bit over this week, but we wanted to take a few minutes for you to just reflect now on the procedures, the stages that you've just been through doing this activity.
Yeah.
So, you know, think about you experienced that as learners. Now put on your teacher's hat and think about what you did and why and how you could use this with your students. So before the dictation, what did we ask you to do? What were the different stages that you went through? Can anybody remember? Exactly, Sri. So you looked at some pictures, didn't you? Why? Why did you look at the pictures? Sophia says the same.
Pictures. Yeah, somebody's put that in.
Making predictions. Exactly. Yeah. So you're starting to think about the topic. Yeah, you're getting engaged and interested in the topic. We're introducing some key vocabulary as well. And maybe, as you said, making predictions from the story, from the pictures, so that you're prepared to listen to the story. Absolutely. And what about during the dictation? What were the tasks here?
Yeah, Dahlia.
Exactly.
Story.
Yeah. So listen to the dictation, write down, make some notes, the main ideas, the keywords, as much information as you can. Good. Good. Absolutely.
Yep.
And then what did you do when you worked together? And what was the purpose of this after you'd made notes?
Discussion. Yep.
Comparing, Sophia, exactly. Discussing, Muddy, the same. So really working together collaboratively, yeah, to share your ideas, to co-construct the text. Sharing information, exactly.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah, brilliant.
All right. And what came next then?
The story.
Yeah, I think this is important in the sort of the during the dictation stage. Yeah, I think the learners need to hear it a few times, because the idea is you read it naturally at a natural pace, not slowly. So yeah, the learners certainly need to hear it a few times. Complete each other's ideas, and exactly this confirmation, so this checking, comparing with the original text. And then, as Nina says, after that, yeah, checking the grammar, correcting the grammar, editing. And really focusing on the message, but also the grammar, and the teacher can really draw out any problem areas. You might want to focus on specific language, like narrative tenses here, but also we focused on some aspects that we noticed. So different verb forms, the meaning of some of the language. Articles is very common, prepositions, because as we said, when the text is read at a normal natural speed, we'll have examples of connected speech, we'll have linking, we'll have weak forms, which students might not pick up on. So you can highlight these sort of aspects, as well as things like you're saying, tenses, any difficult vocabulary or grammar, and so on. Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, great. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that it's something that you feel you might be able to use with your students.
Can I just add, Beth? We found that for us, this is our second time of doing this. We did it in the morning here. We've just done it again now. And I think it works online quite well. We think it works probably better face-to-face in person. I mean, we recommend, if you're not teaching face-to-face, to try this with learners online. But if you are teaching face-to-face, this works, I think, even better, because you can repeat it several times. You can see what everybody's doing. It's a great activity which doesn't take much preparation. So we thoroughly recommend that you try it with your learners, and they'll love it. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot easier, as we said, for them to compare with each other as well, different groups, compare what they've constructed. Okay, so again, you've got a summary here of the procedure for this type of dictation, sometimes referred to as a dictogloss. You might have heard this term before. And if you want to find out more, no, we're not there yet. We also thought about some advantages and disadvantages of using this activity type. So again, please take a look at this in your Overall,
own time.
more advantages than disadvantages.
As you
it's
can
a great
see.
task to do. And there are obviously different kinds of dictations as well. We'll share some links with you shortly.
That's what I was getting on to. Yeah, I was getting ahead of myself. So yeah, there are lots of links here where you can find out more. So some articles for you to read, and also I recommend this book, this grammar dictation book.
I'll just put these in the chat box now, but we'll share them in the WhatsApp groups.
Yeah, exactly.
As well. So I'll just put them here.
Yeah, we've got some questions here as well I'll just deal with. So what's dictogloss? Yeah, dictogloss is the name for the activity that you've just done. So yeah, grammar dictation or dictogloss. We would use both terms, I think.
Yeah. Someone said
Seeing if
teaching
there's-
grammar or narrative. I mean, I think you can use a dictogloss as a revision task, as we've done here. You've been doing the narrative tenses, or you can use it just to, you know, not just for language. You know, you could just do it as a story. I mean, it doesn't have to be past tense. It could be future. It could be present. It could be any text. You could use any kind of text. It doesn't have to be just for narrative tenses. We chose this because you've been looking at narrative tenses, but if we'd done it a few weeks ago, we might have been focused on present perfect or you know, quantifiers and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you can do it either way round. So you can have already introduced the language, and as Nick says, you use this activity as revision, or you could use it as a context for introducing new language. So once the learners have done the dictation, then you pull the language out of it and you clarify the meaning, the form, the pronunciation, and practice after that.
It could be a standalone activity, practicing various skills, because you know you've practiced all 4 skills doing this.
Can you tell we're very in favour of dictation activities?
I like it if I have to cover for another teacher. So if another teacher is sick and you know, my manager says, Nick, you must cover this lesson, I think, a dictogloss, because it's easy to prepare and the learners love it. And I think it's got a very high pedagogical value. You know, I'm not just doing it, you know, because it's easy to do. I think it is actually a very good task for developing language as well.
Okay, so the last thing then.
Somebody just said the link's not linked. I'll put them in WhatsApp soon. Somebody said the link's not found. I don't know why.
The dictionary and glossary. Okay, we'll double check those, and then we'll reshare them with your WhatsApp groups later. Okay, thank you, Muddy.
Okay, so just to finish, I know we're a little bit over. We're almost on the hour actually, so I won't take too much time. Just a question now. Somebody came. What's the difference between a dictation and listening, or both focusing on listening? Yeah, I mean, a dictation is focusing on listening, really. It's just with dictation, you're writing down every word, aren't you? Whereas a listening, you might just be listening for the main idea. So at the beginning of this task, you listen to it just to check your predictions. We weren't asking you to do a dictation. You know, if you're listening in for example, in Indonesian, you're not listening to write down every word, or you might do. If you're listening to the news, you're not listening to write down every word. It's more listening. This is to focus on every word, to focus on language. Okay, so yeah, to finish, obviously we ask you to set up the teacher activity groups, the tag group. Some groups have started to do this. I've noticed in WhatsApp. Please, if you've not done this, consider doing it. We only have about 10 days or so of the course left, after which Beth and I won't be, you know, working on the course. So we hope if you can, you know, if you set your groups up now, you can get feedback on some of your ideas and things like that. After the course is finished, you know, you won't be getting so much, you know, we won't be able to offer any feedback. But we also think that setting these groups up is that aspect of sustainability, that you take the course forward, that you're continuing to, you know, develop as teachers, sharing your ideas, and, you know your context 1,000 times better than we do. You know what works, what doesn't work, and you can share your ideas with people in similar situations with other teachers. So yeah, set up your group. Think about something to discuss, share, or reflect on. So one of my groups has done this. They've been thinking about comparing speaking to writing. If you can, hold a meeting on Zoom or WhatsApp or whatever works for you. And then obviously share your ideas in the WhatsApp group with your WhatsApp group, B1, B2, whatever. Let everybody know how things worked for you. Obviously, one thing that worked, one thing that didn't, one thing you didn't like, and then a question that you have. So obviously this will be really, you know, useful to do, to share your ideas as we're all still working together for the next week or so. So hopefully you'll be able to do that soon. Just a few questions. Yeah.
Very nice comment there from Arjus. Thank you.
Oh, just yeah. If we're in the same room, I'd give you a piece of cake or something. That's really nice.
Okay, so I think we'd all like some cake now.
Yeah,
That would be good. Although I guess it's pretty late for you. It's probably almost bedtime now, not cake time. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing then so we can see each other better. All right, any final questions then before we finish? No? Okay, so please do set up those teacher activity groups. Let us know in the larger WhatsApp group how it goes. And we'll look forward to seeing you in the live session next week.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks. Have a good night.
Bye.
Sleep well. Bye.
Bye.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You'll be
See you.
missed.
Bye. Thank you,
Cheers,
Nick
bye.
and Pat.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nick.
Bye.
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 Mr. Nick and Pat.
See you.